Good evening, everybody. How are we doing today? Today we'll just look quickly into some of these issues that are on the front burner currently on the internet in the Nigerian media. Okay. Now the issue we'll be looking at in this particular video is the Ohaneze leadership. The current situation is one where the current PG of the Ohaneze is now coming from that area, so it has created a lot and lot of attention. People within the state who are anti-Igbo, like the Ikwerre people and some other ethnic groups around, they have become a bit panicky, like, this Igbo, unification movement is now getting into River State, because that is one fear that they always have, that Igbos will unite across regions. The idea of the Nigerian political setup is that Igbos must retain their identity within the Southeast. But now, as the days go by, you have a situation where Igbos are reconnecting with each other across regions. And that is the case in this particular instance, where the current President General is now emerging from the Ikwerre ethnic group. So this has drawn a lot of reactions, both positive and even extremely negative. If you go among the Ikwerre people, because I'll just be showing these screenshots, I will show screenshot after screenshot so you can see yourself. If you go among the Ikwerre people, you have a situation where there is a sharp divide now among the Ikwerre people, because whether you like it or not, the Ikwerre people might have been at the forefront of being anti-Igbo, but you will definitely get people who are proud Igbos there. It's just natural, okay? So you now have a case where there is the proud Igbos and they are now against the anti-Igbo Ikwerre people, still within the same clan, you see. So you see their comments, some of them being Ikwerres, they will come out to congratulate the man for taking the position, and you go into the comment, you will see other Ikwerre people coming to insult both the poster and also the insult the man. There is no kind of insult that man has not received from some Ikwerre people up to this time that you are hearing my voice. The insult are still coming in, but that is by the way. They can only complain, but I assure you that nothing will come out of what they are saying. Okay, so that by the way. You also have an instance where some of the Igbo people, they now look around and start to point fingers at some people who they say it is the cause of their predicament, because they see the emergence of former Senator John Azuta Mbata as a predicament. They see it as a drawback on the group for whatever foolish reasons. Okay, so they now point hand at people like the Opobo people. They accuse the Opobo people of being Igbo people. As I said earlier, the River State setup is one where they believe nobody can be Igbo in River State. Okay, so the Opobo people themselves who are Igbo, they will tell you they are Ijo. The Ikwerre people who are Igbos themselves, they will tell you they are from Benin. This is how they adopt other identities in a very foolish way because of politics. Okay, so this time you now have a situation where the Opobo people, some of the Ikwerre people are against the Opobo people and saying that the Opobo people are trying to push the Ikwerres into Igbo, while they, being the Opobo people, they retain their fake Ijo identity. Okay, so you just have people tackling themselves. On the other hand, we've had comments from some Ogoni people who are criticizing the man. Also, you start to imagine what is the business of Ogoni in whatever the Igbos decide to do. So they've come out to complain. Igbos are doing this, Igbo are doing that. I'm not even going to bother myself talking about Ogoni because they are besides the point. Okay, so you also have some people speaking in Kalabari. Some people, they don't mind in Kalabari. Some, to be honest, most of them don't really mind in Kalabari. Okay, so you have some of these comments like that coming in. Some people from what do you call it, Andoni. So this is from an Andoni man who is detailing his ancestry. He's telling you that his great grandfather was actually an Igbo man, you see, and he's proud to identify as Igbo despite the fact that he's from Andoni. One reason again that is very, very important about the emergence of former Senator John Azuta Mbata is the fact that some of the people in River State who are actually proudly Igbo, but they don't talk much, they don't speak about their Igbo identity much. This set of people are now getting more bold, they are getting more courage in speaking up more, because they feel that this leadership of Ohaneze has come closer to them. Among societies, most of the time, people like the leadership to be as close to them as possible. You see, so with the emergence of this man from the Obiakpo local government, Ikwerre, from the Ikwerre clan, those in River State who are Igbo, they have this feeling of being carried along. They have this feeling of familiarity and congeniality with this particular man because he is Ikwerre. Both people from the Opobo, because whether you like it or not, Opobo people are Igbo. There are people from there who are happy with this development. A lot of them are even bold now to come out and say they are Igbo, because this man is closer to them than any other, Ohaneze President General from any other place. This person is closer to them. So that is the beauty of the whole system. And that is why when Ohaneze wanted to play silly and they wanted to hand it to somebody else from another state, a lot of people who follow the process, they said you should not try it. If it is the turn of River State, let somebody from River State take the slot. Ohaneze can be very foolish. They wanted to take the slot and hand to some other people just because of one or two kickbacks some people will receive, money some governors will give them. I don't know. It's very incredible. But let me just say that the working of the divine at this time said that slot must go to the right people, and eventually, the man who emerged. And one thing about this particular man, because there were other candidates from Ikwerre, but one thing I have observed about this particular person who emerged is that he is well connected politically. Being a former senator, he's somebody who has been in touch with all these politicians, whether governors, former governors, and all these things, former senators, rep members. So I see that he is well connected in the political circle. Currently, this is very positive news for all those who are looking for the reunification of the Igbo race, and I really thank God for this development. So we'll just stop there today, and I hope that you enjoyed listening. What I will do is I will leave the rest of the screenshot to just play on so you can see some of the comments until the video terminates. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Till next time.